I hid under my boyfriend's bed for 2 days and tried to poison him. Disclaimer is not my story time, it's not me on Instagram. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 months. And when we started dating, I got really jealous. He was my first boyfriend and I just didn't know how to control my feelings. You can say I'm pretty toxic. Part of the reason why I'm so insecure is because my boyfriend is probably one of the most popular guys in school. He's a basketball player and he's about to be drafted. So all the girls are constantly trying to hook up with him. And this drives me insane. Whenever we go out, girls are falling over trying to get to him. A few weeks ago, I heard a rumor that my boyfriend had hooked up with a girl. When I asked him about it, he got really defensive. He got so angry he punched a hole in my wall. And well, this made me start thinking, maybe he was cheating on me. So I basically started stalking him. And that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I'm even skipping class just to go wherever he's going. That's when I decided that I would hide in his room. I even put on a diaper. Part 2 is up. I put on the diaper so that I could hide under my boyfriend's bed without having to get out. Disclaimer is not my story time, sending me on Instagram. I even took soft food with me so that he wouldn't hear me chewing. I knew he wouldn't be home, so I snuck into his dorm room. That's when I checked his entire room. I went through all of his clothes, even went through all of his dirty laundry just to smell them and make sure he didn't have anything in his pockets. Searched in between the mattresses and I found nothing. At this point, I was just looking for a sign of him having hooked up with somebody. I knew he was going to be coming home soon, so I snuck under the bed. It was pretty hidden underneath there because it's a huge bed. He came in by himself and started changing and went to take a shower. But he took his phone with him into the bathroom, so I didn't have a chance to check it. By the way, he thought that I had gone home to my parents' house, so he wasn't going to be hanging out with me at all. As he was getting ready, he put on cologne, and that's when I knew he was going to go look for another girl. A few hours later, he comes back and I'm still underneath the bed. And guess what? He's with a girl. The same girl I heard the rumor about. They come in there laughing and I can tell that they're clearly drunk. This girl goes to the bathroom and changes into lingerie. And then they started making out on the bed while I'm hiding underneath it. Part 3 is up. I put on the diaper so that I could hide under my boyfriend's bed. As my boyfriend is making out with this girl on his bed, I'm hiding underneath it. Suddenly, she starts talking about how she's so happy they're finally a couple. How she's so happy he got away from me since I was such a crazy ex. Clearly, my boyfriend had been poisoning me against her. That's when I realized I really couldn't blame the girl. My boyfriend had clearly told her that he had broken up with me and that now he was with her. My plan was to initially get out of the bed and surprise them, but instead, I decided to wait. Reported the entire thing. After they finally finish, she leaves. Boyfriend goes to take a shower and I finally come out underneath the bed. And I sit on his bed. And the look on this man's face when he comes out of the bathroom, priceless. But the best part is that I was filming the entire thing. At this point, I was still wearing the diapers because I had been under his bed for 2 days. I'm obviously looking rough. Then I tell him that I've been under his bed for the entire 2 days. He started calling me crazy and he tried to kick me out. Then I told him that he needs to break up with the girl and come back with me. If he didn't, I would send the video around to the entire school, including his coach, who is the girl's dad. I got him pretty good. So now he's still my boyfriend, although it's forced, to get back at him somehow. I'll keep you guys updated. Bye!
I used to work at McDonald's as a teenager, and we hired on this new guy called Creepy Kyle. Well, I called him Creepy Kyle. And he was in his mid-30s. Again, I was a teenager. Every chance he got, he would corner me in the break room or the pit alone. The pit is what we call the place where you like take orders, not hand people their food, but take orders because it's down the hall. It's away from people in the front. It's away from the grill. You're all alone. You're in the pit. He would corner me in the pit, corner me in the break room, and try to convince me to go out with him. And I was scared to be harsh with him or to report him to management because, well, first of all, I was very young and it was my first job. But second of all, I had heard stories about young girls in these kind of situations who'd reported being harassed and then had their coworker retaliate by unaliving them. So work was very stressful for me, more stressful than normal, and one day Creepy Kyle showed up, and you want to know what I was wearing? Let's play the What Was She Wearing game. I was wearing a McDonald's polo, black slacks, those hideous black chunky like non-slip sneakers, and a baseball cap with the golden arches on it. So I was wearing this outfit, working the drive-through window, leaning over to hand people their food, and when I bent out of the window to hand people their food, Creepy Kyle turned towards one of my male coworkers and he was like, "Man, when she bends over like that, don't you just wanna..." And then he explained in explicit detail to this other male coworker what all he wanted to do to me. And my male coworker said, no, I do not want to do that. And Creepy Kyle was like, "Come on, man, you can't tell me you've honestly never thought about it." And my coworker said, "I can honestly tell you that I have never had those thoughts about my sister before." Creepy Kyle was like, "What? No, that's not your sister. You're joking. And my brother said, "I'm not joking. And if you'll excuse me, I need to go talk to our manager." Creepy Kyle was like, no, please don't. I was just kidding. That was like totally a joke. I was just kidding. And my brother was like, "Yeah, no." And then he reported him for harassment.
Time. Okay, so I need some advice. Alright, so I have a boyfriend and his name is Gavin. And me and Gavin started dating in May of last year. Now, he's one of those quote-unquote popular fuckboy jocks that everyone gushes over. And the issue with Gavin is that he would cheat on me all the time, and he got away with it for a while. Fast forward to this one weekend in November, I ended up going with his family to their cabin during our school's holiday break. The people who were there was me, my boyfriend, his parents, his younger sister, and his older brother. And his older brother is a freshman in college. Mind you, we're seniors in high school right now. So then while we were there, everything was going perfectly fine until me and my boyfriend got into an argument. The reason we got into an argument was because while we were there, I caught him lurking on some girl's Instagram page numerous times. And he would be looking at her page while we were in the car or while we were laying down together. So of course, when I seen that, we ended up arguing for a while. When we were done arguing, he ended up going to bed. And I didn't want to sleep with him that night, so I ended up going downstairs to watch some movies. When we were done arguing, my boyfriend ended up going to bed, and I decided that I was going to go downstairs to go watch a movie with his brother and his younger sister. And I felt comfortable doing that because I had been getting along with them already. So then while we were watching the movie, my boyfriend's little sister ended up falling asleep on the couch. So I offered my boyfriend's older brother, Grayson, to bring her upstairs to her room, and then I'd come back downstairs to help clean up the living room. So I put his little sister to bed, and when I came back downstairs, Grayson was folding up the blankets on the couch. So that's when I started to pick up all the snacks and things like that. While we were cleaning, we started talking about school and had a basic conversation. That's when Grayson mentioned how shocked he was when Gavin even came home with a girlfriend due to their tendencies. So then after we finished cleaning, we started heading to our rooms. And as I walked away, Grayson grabbed me as if we were in a real life Wattpad story and kissed me. I was so shocked, but I can't lie and say that I didn't think he was a really attractive guy. One thing led to another, and it's been over a month already and we're still secretly seeing each other. But of course, my boyfriend and his family don't know. So I just want to ask you guys, what do you guys think I should do?
Am I wrong for telling my entire family that my cousin's child-free wedding isn't 100% child-free and refusing to attend? I need some insight to see if I'm in the wrong because I really don't feel like I am. I, 32 female, just received an invite to my cousin Alex's 30 female wedding. It stated on the invite that the wedding was child-free. I'm not new to child-free weddings, but what has me frustrated is the fact that there will be children in the wedding. Alex plans on having her and her fiance's 33 male nieces and nephews at their wedding. I overheard her asking her sister if her niece could be the flower girl at a family get-together. This confused me because child-free means no children, so I called Alex and asked. I told her and said that if her nieces and nephews are going, then my daughter, 5, similar in age to her nieces and nephews, should be allowed to go too. Alex said that only those in the bridal party are the exception and that she wants her nieces and nephews at the wedding. When I asked why they could come and not my daughter, she said it's because she knows her nieces and nephews are well behaved, so there will be no issues. She also knows her sister and my brother-in-law parent very well, and to top it off, she is a teacher who wants a day where she doesn't have to deal with children of others. She also said she is closer to them. I told her that her reasoning was ridiculous because child-free means no kids, including her nieces and nephews. Alex told me I was more than welcome to decline the invite, so I did. I ended up venting to my mother, who is married to Alex's dad's brother, and while she didn't agree with Alex, she said she could understand her feelings. However, my dad didn't like it and called her dad, my uncle Mitch, asking why my daughter could not come. Mitch told my dad that it is Alex's wedding and she can do as she pleases. He also said cousins are not the same as nieces and nephews, especially since they're in the bridal party. My dad said since Mitch is paying for it that he should talk to Alex into allowing children. But he declined and said that he and my aunt don't believe paying for the wedding gives them a say, and even if it did, he agrees with Alex. This upset my dad, so then he told other family members. Now, several members are upset that Alex and her future husband, nieces, and nephews will be there, but no one else is allowed to bring their children. We have a large family and we all watch each other's children, so finding childcare will be difficult. Most of the family says it's Alex's wedding and her reason makes sense, but I and some of my cousins are refusing to attend. Alex doesn't seem to care one way or another. One cousin told Alex she was bringing her child anyway, to which Alex said, "Make sure you wear sneakers so it's easier on your feet as you're escorted back to your car," which is how we found out she's having the security guard from her school checking the guest list and that he knows to not let any children in.